Hi, everybody. Hope you are having a beautiful Sunday. I thought I would just drop in. Yesterday, I was doing, um, I spent like the afternoon with my mom for her birthday. Well, her birthday was like the day before. Um, but me and my son ended up taking her out. Ooh, that didn't feel right. We ended up taking her out for brunch. It was really nice. It was really nice. Our waiter, he was awesome, um, funny, and it was a moment of just, you know, spending time with each other. I think the funny part about that was we have this thing where I don't um, have my cell phone or engage in any kind of technology that's going to take me away from, being in the moment. And I think that made the moment a lot funnier because we were talking about everything under the moon. That's not why I'm here. So yesterday I did this video and I think I probably still have it linked. It's still linked on here. It's called I guess Saturday Flow. But just playing music and everything, unbeknownst to me, and I should have known that I could not play the music that I had playing on the radio. Well, I couldn't play here, for copyright reasons, and it makes sense. So at some point or another, I'm going to go ahead and just um, put the songs that I was playing on there because I found me a radio station, which I have it on right now. I need to change it because today is Sunday, y'all. Today is Sunday reset for me, and I like to listen to the news that I've missed on Friday and Saturday because I tend not to engage in the news on Friday and Saturday. You gotta take a break. So, but I did last night. I started talking about the HBCUs and the invasion of whiteness. And as if you've seen my past two videos, I did talk about how whiteness is a state of mind because white people is, I mean, that's not such a thing as a race of white people. Like blackness is a state of mind. So I'm gonna give you an idea of what blackness is. Blackness is the culture of how we eat, how we dress, how we hang out with each other, how we greet each other. It's the food. It's everything. It is our how we talk. It is the like the day-to-day jargon that we use, whether we're using ebonics or slang. Like blackness is a beautiful thing, and if you are of African descent, whether you are an African American or just African from like the from the continent and you came to these states, you know embrace that. Embrace who you are. Once we eliminate trying to embrace European concepts and just accept our culture and who we are, we begin to dismantle a lot of the mistruths, that they're putting on Truth Social. So yeah, I will get into that discussion on a later date in further detail because I am in the process of reading some books that need my attention, but I can share the 1619 project with you all. I carry this in my book Combi with me. The 1619 project. Me and my son, we are actually finally reading it right now. I've read it before, however, and I know this is gonna be funny. It is on Hulu, the documentary, if you want to watch it. And I know that a lot of people have canceled their subscription, rightfully so. But that's a whole another discussion as well. You can catch it on Hulu if you don't, or there are a lot of, how can I say, speaking engagements that I've seen Nicole Hannah Jones address at various places talking about the 1619 project. So it talks about the books, but it doesn't go into the gist of each chapter. However, the conversations are always engaging. I love hearing this sister talk about, Black history, and, how the White Lion was the first ship that, like when she tells that story, I just, there's undeniable passion that I have to share um, Black history with those of us who have disengaged from the truths of how our ancestors, they were brought here unwillingly and violently, savagely, brutalized by European savages. All right, so I stepped in the gas station and got a cup of coffee. Yes, gas station coffee. You know, I do it every now and then when I don't want to make a big pot of coffee at home, because when I make a pot of coffee at home, I tend to drink more than one cup. So this right here saves me from drinking um, more than one cup of coffee. Yeah, I know. I probably should get one of those single cup coffee makers, but I don't know. I feel like that is also a waste of money. Also, at least when I make my coffee at home and I drink 1 or 2 cups, because I these days I'm not finishing 2 cups, which is good. I get my 1 cup and I'm good. Um, but yeah, I feel like when you buy those little cap things, that is expensive, you guys. I mean, like, I'm sitting up here doing the math, and I'm like, the math is not mathing. It's not adding up right, So, yeah, I don't care for it. Um, and yeah, that is just I will stick to my traditional pot of coffee for now, and I don't mind. I don't mind when I'm on like a vacation or something to um, use the coffee makers that they have like in the room or something like that. So, or like in the Airbnb. I don't mind that. I just saw my child. It's weird being the mother of adult children. Okay. Oh, he's not coming to say hi to me. Oh, he on going about his business. Okay. I guess let me go park properly. I guess he was like, I just saw you this morning, woman. Okay. So yeah, so getting back to what I was saying about the 1619 project, that if you are interested in knowing more about the project, or knowing more about the book, and if you don't have access to the book, there's always the library. Everyone should have access to a library in their county. And through that, if they don't have the book, you can always request it from other counties, but you will have to check like the process of doing it. Some counties don't allow books to go out. You have to be an actual resident of it. However, there are inexpensive ways to get access to this book. You have Hoopla, you have Libby, and those are affiliated with counties. However, they do expand across the board to like several different libraries. Now, the caveat to that is that, well, it probably won't happen with this book, but more popular books, there's a longer holding for it. So you may have to wait for it. But you know what they say, patience is golden. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a thrifter. So anytime I'm going to a thrift store, I'm always checking the dollar sections, or I mean the books. And so when you check the books out, you may run across, great deals for books. And you guys, these people, they sitting here by their car looking at markings. Um, and he couldn't care that much because he swing his door like he's swinging a freaking bat. But anyway, um, yeah, so you can do that. Also, if you are willing to pay for a book, I would recommend going to like the expensive, the thrift websites like Thrift Books. What is there's another one. Abe Books. Check your local thrift stores. There are always, inexpensive ways to acquire some of these books. Now, I will say this: a lot of the Black history topics, you are not like nonfiction topics. You would not find those at like Dollar Trees and stuff like that. You're not. And every time I find one, I'm like aghast because something like this is so popular. The likelihood of you walking upon a Dollar Tree or something like that and finding that that's just not going to happen. However, if you have a local Goodwill, and I'm trying to encourage everybody to build their own library at home. If you have a local Goodwill, not only should you donate books, but you should also acquire the books that are there. I am a big fan of having paper proof as opposed to current digital proof, unless you're scanning it and putting it in there yourself, or if it's authorized by, a corporation, but like the company. So yeah, this right here was just, something that I wanted to bring to you guys' attention, and I do want to continue the discussion about the 1619 project. So what I think we're going to do is start off with, and I'm not going to do it right now because I'm actually getting ready to make a quick run. Well, you wouldn't know that unless I told you, but I want to do it chapter by chapter and engage in the book discussion. So this will be, part of that series of the invasion of whiteness in every, the invasion of whiteness and mental illness. Because if we don't start calling it what it is, which it is, a mental illness. I mean, it's not a there, it's not a clinical diagnosis that is in the, what they call that book, the DSM. You all know it when you're in, social service or social work. But whiteness is an illness. It is an illness. You can say the same thing as any culture who feels entitled and emboldened to be violent, and be racist and be misogynist. And you can get that, from anybody, but the violence of whiteness is unparalleled to anything else. So, with that in mind, let me get to run in the store right quick and see if they get this is what I'm going in there for. I'm looking for, if I don't know if you can see it, these are the knobs that are on my dresser. This is the color of my dresser. And so what I'm doing right now is I'm curating like little book boxes for my bookshelves, to put my journals and stuff like that. It's really cute. I guess I would give you all, I will let you see it once it's done, like maybe flash a picture. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna pray about that. But just trying to see if they get anything closely resembled or that would give it a pop. Wallpaper I use the wallpaper adhesive paper to put on side the box, and I kind of put the box back in this spot. So what I do is I go to various stores where they're doing like inventory and they're emptying out boxes, and I'll grab a certain box, a certain size, and I would get wallpaper, and I would cover it up, and I would use it, say for instance, to hold books on my TBR. And if you don't know what a TBR is, it's books to be read. But what I start calling it now is an active TBR, books that I am actively reading. So I have a video of my fall books, that fallish books, on my YouTube page. It is the New Year Review. I will post that link at the bottom if you want to see that. But yeah, for the most part, just well, it allows me to be creative. That's one. And then secondly, it allows me to customize my space how I want it. And thirdly, I am a big opponent. I am a big opponent of, recycling. I just feel like if everybody recycle, if you find that one thing that you want to recycle, whether it's cans or bottles or boxes or furniture, if you just find that one thing, we can reduce so much waste. And I know that I'm shooting for the stars and the moons when I say that, but if you were to engage in that just 1 month, I guarantee you will see a difference. I'm kind of proud of myself. I went in Dollar Tree and got what I intended to get, and I left. I'm always having a good conversation with people in there, though. It's like the Dollar Tree community. Mm, my, my gas station coffee. All right, let me go ahead. Mm, this coffee is so good. It's so good, it's ridiculous. And it's not that the fact that it's good, because it's not like, oh, it's great. But they use Folgers, and I love Folgers. I think Folgers was the first coffee I started to drink when I was 19 years old, and I'm gonna blame my mother. Yeah. Mm. I used to sit up with her when she came home from work, and we'll have a cup of coffee. Those are good memories. So, you guys, uh, I am like recycling some boxes, and I'm gonna show you guys this color right here. This is gorgeous. I don't know if you can see it on, but it's like a blue marble. Absolutely gorgeous. I have another run that I need to make. I am going to I guess a birthday dinner. Not so much of a birthday party, but like a birthday celebration today. My niece turns 18. I wonder what time she was born. I need to ask my sister. I need to ask her parents what time she was born, because that's when you technically turn that age. So I'm going to go. I got her a birthday card. I don't buy. I'm not a big birthday card person. I don't mind getting people birthday cards, only for those milestone age though. I don't want to do birthday cards every year because I recently just started keeping up with birthday cards that people give me, and I have like a memory keeper journal where I got like birthday cards and big occasions. So I kind of like pasted in there. But prior to that, I mean, a lot of them that I still do have, yeah, they're just floating around. Some of them I keep because, the words that people, use, like their own personal words, not the Hallmark words. Very touching, very funny. Sometimes it's very thought provoking and thoughtful words. So I like to keep memories of that. I know some people say, just throw it away, throw it out with the baby in the bathwater all together. But, that's part of making memories. And that's part of, like, say, for instance, that's something that I can leave, to, I guess, my grandchildren, so they can get to know me, the person who I am or who I was, just making memories. So yeah, I don't know how I got in that conversation, but yeah. So today, the birthday girl, she wants everyone to wear black. And here's the thing, you guys. What's up with all these color demands for birthdays? Like, this is something that's been going on for a while. Like, this hasn't just happened, but I'm like, damn, can I just show up and celebrate you? Can I just show up and celebrate you? But the birthday girl got lucky today because I do have black. I have an abundance of black. And so, yeah, I'll be able to meet that standard for today. But hell, if she says something like a maroon with a stripe, I'm like, sweetie, we ain't doing that today. So the birthday girl got lucky. I went to one of my good friends, her birthday party. Oh my goodness. And her big 50. Welcome to the 50 club, girl. But anyway, when and her setup was it was absolutely beautiful. Like, she transformed this space. When I went in, I was like, I didn't know what to expect, but I know her and it fits her personality and her persona so well. But yeah, it was so beautiful. I have a couple of things that like the napkin. I kept a plate, like, so I'm going to put that in my memory book. But yeah, she made it look absolutely gorgeous. So I am not the person you would want to call if you wanted to um, decorate. So I would help you decorate. I'm really good at that, organizing, and like staying consistent with that. I am a very visual person, so I am going to make sure that like, say for instance, all of your forks and spoons are lined up right. All of your cups are turning the right way. I'm that gal if you need that. But yeah, to come up the concepts, I'm really good at concepts, but man, she did that thing. So yesterday I got a sneak peek of my niece's cake, and my sister is also one of those people. When I say, when she's like a Martha Stewart-esque throwdown. Like, Martha Stewart need her and my mama on, and my other friend, I'm not gonna say her name, on her team, because when they decorate, they slay. They slay. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Like, compared to them, my house is like a college dorm room. And it's offensive to college dorm rooms. I'm just the type of person, like, I am not heavy on decorating, but that's something that I am really trying to embrace right now. Um, so yeah. I just thought I would stop by and just, give you guys a real quick chat. And I don't know. I mean, I may take you all along. I don't plan on playing music this time because the last time I played music, which was in my previous video from this one, I think I call it Saturday Flow. Oh, I mean, like, I was jamming yesterday and I wasn't able to upload the music part because, like I said, it's copyright violation. So we're not going to do that today. But I do want to get into my Sunday podcast that I like to listen to and drink my cup of coffee. I have 2 more stops that I need to make, part of my Sunday reset. And yeah, once I do that, I'm going to go home and probably lay out my art projects, to cover up these boxes for my journals. I think I don't mind sharing it with you guys. I may share it with you guys. I mean, if I were to sell the box, it will look much better than what I plan on doing to the box. So I'm not going to do that. But at the same time, you know, I do would like to encourage people to, like, once again, to recycle and, you know, take things that we already have in the house and find other means of use. Excuse me, I probably have cat fur in my mouth. Ugh. You guys, I have 6 cats. It's so funny. Sometimes I just leave the house. Just, it's like having children. It's unfortunate that I would say that, but having cats, like that many cats, I have 6. So all, it's like several different personalities that I'm dealing with. And so sometimes I would just leave the house, you guys. It's funny because around this time of the day, they're probably asleep. But sometimes I would just leave the house just to get a breather on a Sunday. Just just go. I don't know where I'm gonna go. We're gonna go down the street, whether I'm walking or other means of transportation. But yeah, that has become a routine for me. I love my fur babies, but it's been a struggle lately because here's the thing about behavior, and this is true with animals too, you guys. It's not just humans. Once you allow certain behaviors to flourish, it's hard to negate from that. I am in the process, like, I'm not letting my cats come in my room like I used to. If I do, it's only like one at a time because they get into a lot of mischief. So it's like, it's this fight to get in my room. Who's going to get in her room tonight? And lately, I have not been letting anybody in my room. And yeah, it feels good. I have so many sleeping beds around my house. And it's not like they don't use the sleeping beds. But my thing about it is, use what you have. Stay out of my room. Like, when they don't want to be bothered, I don't go to the basement or to their little corner of the world and bother them. But they feel so emboldened to bother me all the time. I don't know what's going on. So I'm trying to change that behavior. I really don't want them in my room with me. I know earlier this week when I wasn't feeling well, and I'm still fighting this cold. I don't know if you all can hear. Like, I feel my nose is really, you know, I'm really congested, but I'm feeling so much better now. Earlier this week when I wasn't feeling well, I tried, and I tried to get up and do something, and I was knocked back down. So eventually I gave up. And I have a 10-year-old tabby. Although I don't think she a tabby, but we'll get into that. This is Book of Cats that I'm looking at, and they're looking at features and behaviors and stuff like that. So I'm not certified or even an expert to say, like, this is that type of cat, but she's a tabby for now. But anyway, I wasn't feeling well. And there has been times throughout our 10-year relationship. Relationship is so funny in a cat. But yeah, you do have a relationship with your furry babies. When I'm not feeling well, and she just would not leave my side. I don't care what's going on. She does not leave my side. And that is my little mama. I don't let nobody mess with her. I don't care what's going on. So yeah, she will stay there by my side until I am like up and going. And it was so funny because one day, I was I was so sick. I don't know if you are. I was in my bathroom, and the bathroom floor is cold. Like, I don't know how everybody towels are on the floor, but normally if you have carpet in your bathroom, that's a whole different conversation, and you probably need to, rethink that process. But anyway, I laid on my floor, and she came and she laid right beside me until I got up. So there was a lot of stuff going on in the house, and she just came right beside me. So, like, anytime I'm not feeling well, my big girl, she come and lay beside me and make sure mama is okay. She don't let nobody bother me. I mean, she's very protective of me, but also she thinks she my mama and she thinks she my boss. So, that's just a weird dysfunctional relationship that we have at this point. But we understand each other. So, it's kind of like, when you have siblings or a friend or something like that, like, oh yeah, I can pick on them, but you can't pick on them. Yeah, that's our relationship. So, in saying that, I'm gonna wrap this portion up. I may come back later, I may not, but if I don't, I will see you next check. And if I next chat, and if I do, you know, I have something else to share with you guys. So the last time I was here, I had a problem with my video. The audio wouldn't come up because I was jamming, you guys. We should have a jam session. But anyway, let me get back onto it. That was my second errand. I got one more place I need to go. One more place, you guys. Oh, I'm telling you all. I'm trying to stay focused. Okay. This is where I need to go. Trying to stay focused, you guys. I got one more thing I need to do. And then I need to go back and try to find an outfit, which is not a big deal, but I would just put on some jeans, my favorite black jeans for the moment. For the moment, because I don't need a belt for those jeans. That's why I like them, you guys. And to think I was going to send those jeans back because they were a little bit too short. Because I'm like 6'1". I'm really tall. So I was going to send the jeans back. But you know what I decided? Roll them up. And I actually like them like that. So, yeah, I'll probably do that. But getting back to what I was talking to, the 1619 project, what I am going to do is post a video of to my YouTube channel talking a little bit more about the 1619 project in a little bit more details, giving the book review, because basically that's the goal, is to share my thoughts and my takeaways, my pros and maybe some cons to it. And you know what? I think it's good to have a con because that's part of critical thinking, which, um, you know, the mental ill of whiteness want to take away from everyone. They don't want you to critically think about things that's going on. So I think I'm going to post it there. Now that TikTok is under the ownership of Rupert Murdoch, the Fox cult, and the MAGA cult, I'm going to assume, because their dear leader mentioned a comment about wrong street, you guys. Their dear leader mentioned something about changing TikTok because it is basically elevating entrepreneurs, and that's unfortunate because that's what America stand for, right? The ability to create and to get into this capitalistic rat race of a society. So I think there are going to be a lot of changes to that. That's why everything that I put on this platform, I hope it stay, but if it doesn't stay, definitely check me out on YouTube. I don't post as much as I would like to on YouTube, like on a weekly basis like I should, but I'm getting better at that. And after I run this errand, actually, that's where I'm on my way to. that's where I'm on my way to try and, oh, that was so sweet of them. Okay, let's take off, girl. Um, that's why I'm on my way to record a couple of videos. One video that I'm going to record is my fall book haul. It wasn't my fall book haul. Or books I got in quarter three. Quarter three means from July to the end of September. This is the end of September. I'm not getting any more new books, you guys. I just need to go ahead. So yeah, it's like a quarter three haul. And then the next video that I will be recording is my 25 or 2025 end of the year quarter four reading challenge. I am really trying to finish the books on my list. And it's not that I have not been finishing books. I have not been finishing books on that list. Because I am such a mood reader. So when the moods hit, I'm like, okay, y'all, let's change books. We need to change that. But I am going to actually be mindful of my book selections now. So starting actually this weekend, actually today is not October the 1st, but I am going to start quarter one, my end of the year quarter reads, and I've actually already started with the book Combi. That was part of my 25 or 2025, I think. I need to go back and check the video. I know I got a list of them somewhere. And that's another reason why I'm actually creating these beautiful boxes, because I have like various TBR set out for the books that I'm reading, the books that's on my fall list. Because the books that are on my fall list are not as, it's not as a focus as the ones that are
new text on message from +18339182671.
So, getting back. Y'all, when y'all living in the city, traffic on a Sunday, like, traffic on a Sunday is like traffic on any other day, you guys. I was listening to Childish Gambino, and I had to turn it off because I did not want the video to be silenced, you guys. So hopefully it won't be silenced, but I'll get back to you guys when this song go off. I can see why Jay-Z was hating on Nas. $1 million, feel me holler to the max with the Benz and chrome wheel and polish. Thugs and all right, you guys, I am at my destination, and I will say this. The cost of living in the United States is just getting ridiculous. It is getting ridiculous. There's this thing where people feel like if you are getting any type of, public benefits, that, you don't want to work, or you're not working hard enough, you're not working yourself to the bone. I would say when you pay your taxes, you are paying to those benefits. So you have a right. Most high functioning societies who have universal health care, which is a lot of the European countries, the quality of living is so much better. So we can't deny that. But we have to get out of this mind frame that I don't want the government to give me anything. Because you see what's happening now when the government is not doing its part in making sure that its citizens are healthy and housed. There's an upkick in crime. There is, because when you start losing jobs, the next thing that comes is crime. This is the card that I got for my niece. I don't think I'm friends with her on TikTok, so I don't think she'll see it. Imagine everything ahead of you. I thought that was beautiful. And should I read the card? It's fun to think of your future, the people you'll meet, the places you'll go. But it's even more fun to celebrate the unique person you are right here, right now. Happy 18th. I thought that was beautiful. So I remember that. That was the one thing I had to do on my errand, along with get the paper. Um, and then I had another run to make, and this is my last place. I'm stopping you guys, and I need to go home and get some stuff done. But I'm trying to determine how long I'm going to be. How long I'm going to be in this. I probably won't be in that long. I just need to. I hate the fact that I have to feed this meter. It is you. I'm agonized. I am agonized by this. Okay, and if I didn't need to go to this location and get what I need to get, I would say screw the deep state. But anyway, it was nice talking to you guys. Well, I may come back. I may come back. I may come back and share with you all um, what I got. So we're going to go from there. And in saying that, I will chat with you soon. Red summer. Ooh. Okay. Have something similar to this. Yeah. Yeah. In search of racial. I got something similar. Yeah. Okay. Let's get these ears. Oh, I think that's it. I'm gonna use the restroom. All right, you guys, I'm back. Well, to you all, it's just a click, but um, my last stop is complete, and now I can go home and get some things done before it's time for me to leave out again. However, my last stop was at a bookstore. Um, they were having a 50% off sale, but there was a caveat. The caveat was you had to have had membership, and the membership with the membership you had to purchase um, a bag or a t-shirt. And so, as tempting as it was, I stayed true to my budget and I didn't get the membership. So I don't know if it was a win-win, but the guy did tell me, the person did tell me that every month there's a 20% off membership sale. So I guess that is something that I would invest in. I didn't know that. But yeah, that, and unfortunately, it didn't have that on the sign. It just had 50% off. So you win some, you lose some. But I'm glad that I did go. Let me share with you all the books I got. So my budget was $20, you guys. Like seriously. And the goal was to get at minimum 5 books. And actually, I could have got 5 books for 20, but these books I wanted to get. You know what? I will show you guys, but you all gonna have to watch my TBR on my YouTube channel. This is going to be part of my quarterly wrap up, but I will share with you one of the books that I did get, the autobiography of an ex-colored man. Classic. I had this book, and I don't know what happened to it. But I love this edition right here, and it was only like $5. So here we go. Bam. The rest of the goodies I will show you guys. I'm about to go home because I need to record before I go to this party that I'm invited to. So, and then I gotta prep my dinner for the night, for the week. So I need to put that in the oven and start that. I think I'm going to make rosemary potatoes. I mean, I'm going to put rosemary on it. Roasted potatoes with rosemary. I'm trying to get it out my mouth, but yeah, that's what I plan on doing. So I think this is going to be an actual wrap up. Oh, I did get a compliment today, you guys. Ooh, I was actually walking across the street. I don't know why I just got so animated, but I was walking across the street to this restaurant because it's always closed when I go to this bookstore. Um, and I love just going to the stores in Hyde Park. It's like a small city within a city, um, and it's on the south side of Chicago. This is where Vivek Ramaswamy said, I was on the south side of Chicago. His ass was in Hyde Park. Hyde Park is just one of those places where there's not a lot of crime going on in Hyde Park. Basically, what you have in Hyde Park is um, the university and college students and the hospital, and it's more, and it's black Chicago excellence. There are a lot of small businesses in Hyde Park, and you can get black excellence all over Chicago. Let me stop saying this, but Hyde Park in particular, there is businesses are small businesses. And I think we have to get back into the nature of, trying to get things on the cheap all the time and invest in our small businesses. However, Yeah. So I went in. So I was getting out my car, and I was darting across the street because I wanted to check this restaurant out, check their menu out, because I think next week I'm going to go and sit and have probably coffee and maybe a bagel or something. But anyway, this woman, she said, "Oh," so I was crossing the street. I don't know why it's so hard for me to tell the story, but I was crossing the street, and this older woman, she was getting ready to take off, and I guess the guy with her was a husband. I don't know, but it was a guy with her. And she said, "I'm gonna let," she was like, "Go ahead, go across looking like Michelle Obama." I said, "Oh," I said, "that was the best compliment." Okay, Michelle Obama is such a beautiful black woman, you guys. Beauty. She is like the essence of beauty, So that was a compliment, and I just smiled and I said, "Thank you." I said, "You know what? I love that woman." And she said, "Me too." I said, "Oh," so yeah. And that's what I'm talking about, community, you guys. Community. Everywhere I went today, these are the people that I know. I see them all the time. Even the young lady that was in the bookstore, she was like, "Oh, hey," because she's so used to seeing me. Because sometimes I'll just go in there and browse and see what titles they have. But in saying that, um, yeah, I this was a nice quick run on Sunday, and I hit every place I said I needed to go, and I restrained myself from a lot of stuff because it's tempting, to get out there and just swipe cards, you guys. Don't, and this is the safety of just carrying cash, because when you're out of cash, then you go home. Okay. And then you stay within your budget. So it's a win-win for everybody. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna wrap this up, and I will see you guys later on the other end. And if you're interested in the books that I am going to have in my quarter 3 book haul, because it's officially over for me, you guys. I don't see myself getting another book. Although my sister did say she had a book for me. That was so sweet of her. She has a book for me that she's going to give, but I think what I'm going to do is add that to my quarter 4, because this video right here, I don't know when you see this, but this is going to go up. This video for my quarter 3 haul is going to go up on Wednesday coming up. So it will be officially October, and then um, it's gonna go up this week, Wednesday or next Wednesday, because I do have my quarter 4 challenge that I also need to record. So, but yeah, it will go up. So if you want to see all the books I acquired in quarter 3, yeah, follow me on my YouTube channel at the Newbury Review. Just put that in the address, and I will pop right up. And if you go there, don't forget to subscribe and join the community and come and have some book chats with me. A lot of book hauls, you guys, a lot of book hauls. And I pride myself on, making it accessible for everyone who wants to build a library in their home. And that's what I'm about right now. It's like, I love going to my bookstores. I really do. But then I love looking at the books that I have acquired over time. And then, it becomes part of the family library. And a lot of times, we're able to. Now let me stop lying, because I'm not loaning out no more books. I just decided, like, if you have a book that I like, I'll see if I can find it for the cheap. But yeah, I just decided I'm not doing it with the books I'm building for my library. But if it's a book I don't care to have in my library, I don't mind loaning it out. And I want to encourage everyone to read, and that's the only reason why I would do it. I would try to find it, at a decent price, or just refer you to somewhere where you can get it. Because if you really want it, you'll take the time out to go get it. So in saying that, let me not rant on that. I need to get back to my music, you guys, because there's a good song on. Let me see. No. No, it's not that one. But yeah, I'm going to find me a station. So, in saying that, see you guys on the other end. And don't forget to go to my YouTube channel, The Nubian Review, and check me out there. Bye bye.